Welcome to the Dragon Hard Body Workout. In this workout, we're going to work out all parts of our body to get the ultimate results. So upper body, lower body, and we're also going to do some stretches before and after your workout to optimize your performance. Before we start the workout, it's important to get a few key stretches in to increase the blood flow to our muscles, loosen up our joints, and to avoid injuries at all costs. So the first workout we're going to look at is the lunge with the twist, and this is a good warm-up because it'll help with your hip flexors. It also work on your quads and your glutes. So as you can see, just go down into lunge position and twist your torso right and left in each rep. This will get you prepared for those lower body workouts. Next, we're going to want to do a few reps of knee tucks, and basically what this will do is it'll stretch out your glutes, and you can do them while walking forward, so you want to switch legs for each in each rep, and it pretty much mimics running, and again it'll get ready for lower body workouts. Next, we're going to do around 10 reps of high kicks, and basically what this is going to do is stretch out your hips, your hamstrings, a little bit of your calves, as well as your core. Next, you're going to do a few T push-ups, and as you can see, basically go into push-up position, and as you go up, you open up one of your arms and switch each time. You're going to do about 10 reps, and this will stretch out your core, and it'll also open up your shoulders and chest. Next, you're going to want to do a few arm circles going forward, and then you can switch it up, and then you can start going backwards, and this will pretty much get your shoulders ready for some upper body workouts. Next, you're going to want to do shoulder circles. It's pretty much the same idea as arm circles, just with your shoulders. Again, going forward, circular motion, and then you can switch it up and then go backwards. And you want to do about 10 reps of this and open up your shoulders. Okay, so moving on to our first actual workout, we're going to do the bench press. And to do this, first you got to take an empty bench and make sure it's under the bar enough so you can fit onto it. And then you want to line up the bar so that it falls in line with your chest, and plant your feet in a position about shoulder width apart. You want to make sure that you arch your back and grab the bar at a comfortable distance, a bit past shoulder width. And when you're ready to unlock the bar and drop it to your chest, you want to bring it right back up. And because the goal is usually to max out, before you begin, you should bench press just the bar so that you can get comfortable with the body placement and warm up the needed muscles before you start adding weights. So in terms of muscle, this is a great upper body workout that develops your pectoralis major, and it'll target your sternal and clavicular head. It'll work your anterior deltoids, tricep brachii, and its antagonistic pair, the biceps brachii and latissimus dorsi. In this case, your rear delts are going to be your stabilizer muscle, as they help maintain control of lowering the bar and balance. When the bench press is performed correctly, one will see a flexion and extension in both of their elbows, flexion of the knees in stationary position, and there is an extension of the vertebral column in order to keep the back arched. This is a great workout as it's a multi-joint workout that works at the humeral-ulnar joint and at the glenoid humeral joint. Okay, so next we're going to want to do seated cable rows, and basically how you do this is you place your feet on the designated platforms at a slightly bent angle, and for this exercise itself, you keep your back straight and you allow for isolation of your back muscles, so you can flex a little bit at the hips for a wider range of motion. So basically you grab the handles and straighten your back with your arms in flexion position. Bring the handles back while you keep your back straight until your elbows are fully flexed and until your scapula cannot retract any further. A common mistake is to move your back to help with movements, which doesn't properly isolate the desired back muscles. So the primary muscles you're going to work out is, this is a great multi-joint back workout that targets the latissimus dorsi and your rhomboids. It also works on the wrist flexors and its antagonistic muscle pair, the extensors. Joints involved would be your elbow and your shoulder. And in this workout, the biceps brachii, triceps brachii are also dynamic stabilizers, as they facilitate the extension of the elbow to control how the weight is released. Other stabilizers include your gluteus maximus and your hamstrings that allow for you to maintain your form. There will be extension of your elbows and retraction of your scapula. You may also vary the nature of this workout by doing other forms of rows, such as barbell rows, TRX rows, and medals rows. So moving on to barbell curls, so basically how you do this is you want to keep your vertebral column and torso straight and grab a barbell at shoulder width, and your hand is supinated and firmly gripped around the barbell, and you want to keep your elbows at your side the whole motion. Flex your elbows and bring the barbell up until your biceps brachii is fully contracted. Breathe out as you let the barbell down. And so basically for primary muscles, it's a great isolation workout that is only single joint movement, and it'll target your biceps brachii. The elbow is flexed and extended, but your humerus is at your side and doesn't move. And this also makes the dynamic stabilizers for this workout the anterior deltoids, trapezius, and wrist flexors. So next we're going to do a little bit of planks, and this is more core workout. And so how you do this is you want to place your forearms against a mat with your elbows parallel to your shoulders and your shoulder width apart. You also want to plant your feet and allow for your core to keep your body as straight as possible. You can pretty much vary this workout only by adding more weight to your back, but the important part about this is you should have a partner with you to spot you in case it falls. The primary muscles, this is a workout that mainly involves your rectus abdominis, and it uses your rectus spinae, triceps brachii, and deltoid and rhomboids as a stabilizer muscle to allow for a straight posture. This workout also allows for muscle endurance, so giving yourself a time goal is probably the best idea rather than stacking on weights on your back. Next up, we're going to work a bit more towards the lower body, so we're going to go to the leg press. And what you want to do is you want to sit on the bench and keep your legs and torso at a 90-degree angle with your feet on the plate about shoulder width apart. As you inhale, allow for your knees to flex and bring the plate back until your knees are at a 90-degree angle. You want to press up until your knee is almost fully extended, and you want to make sure that you never ever lock your knees. Some of the primary muscles, it's a multi-joint movement, and it involves the tibia femoral and the acetabulum femoral joints, and it works out the gluteal group and involves the hamstring, as well as uses the soleus and gastrocnemius that make up your calf muscle. The hip abductors are also slightly used when you're trying to maintain your form. As is the case with things like bench press, one should practice a few reps with no weight to solidify the form and warm up the necessary muscles and your gluteus maximus, hamstring, and quadricep, and then you can start adding more and more weights and see what you're comfortable with. So now to finish off our lower body, we're going to do a few calf raises. And so basically how to do this is you're going to want to stand on the edge of a stool or a step, and you want to plant the balls of your feet on the stool with your heel hanging off, and keep all of your torso and your legs straight. Go up into tippy toe position and back down. And now you can variate this workout by using things like plates or a barbell to add weight, or use one foot at a time to target each calf. So the main muscles here, obviously there's plantar flexion created, but you're going to use the gastrocnemius, and it's flexed. And the soleus will act as a synergist in this workout. And this is also a single joint movement that only involves your ankles. So that concludes our normal workout. So now we're going to get into a few cool down exercises. And now it's very important to make sure you stretch after a workout, because it helps reduce muscle soreness by reducing the lactic acid that builds up in your muscle tissue as a result of lack of oxygen that's being pumped to your muscles while you're working them. And it also will help your muscles get back to their original length. So the first thing you're going to want to do is about 10 reps of torso twist. Basically, you line yourself up against a wall, and you want to twist your torso using your arms to hold you. And this will also stretch out your core, your shoulder, things like that, help you loosen up your upper body a little bit. So next we're going to do our hip flexor lunge, and what this is basically a lunge, but once you get down into position, you want to move your hips a little bit forward and do a few reps of these, and it'll help you loosen up your hip flexors after a long lower body workout. So next we're going to do a shoulder stretch on a wall. So as you can see, you can put your hands on the wall and bend forward like so. And with this one, this stretch is much less of doing reps, but rather you got to hold in position and let your muscles fully stretch out. So I'd say a minimum of 30 seconds, and then you can take a rest and try to go back at it if you'd like. And finally, we're going to end our post-workout stretch with a quad stretch. And as you can see, you want to stand still, grab one of your legs and pull upwards, and this will help stretch your quadricep and a little bit of your glutes. And then you want to switch, and you want to make sure that you're holding it at least for about 10 to 15 seconds on each leg. So that concludes the Dragon Ultimate Body Workout. I hope you guys enjoyed and you got something out of this, and remember, consistency is key, and make sure you stretch before and after your workouts. Thanks for watching.